All right, in this video, I'm going to talk about the Schaefer team, who I am, what do I know, and why do I know what I know. So after you've looked at all the information I've sent you about the houses, this is where I'm coming from. My mom's been in the business for 30 years. I've worked with her for the past 7. I've been working with her actually since I've been in a car seat unknowingly, so I've learned a lot over the years. We are both licensed brokers in the state of Michigan. In Michigan, a realtor has to work for a broker to do business. So I don't have any realtors that work for me. I want to be in management. I like doing the real estate side of things, but it just shows our level of commitment, our knowledge. We know how to clean up messes and keep people out of messes. So that's the name of the game. You want smooth transactions. Not every transaction is smooth, or I wouldn't have a job. A lot of these are very difficult. You have a lot of moving parts, contingencies, domino effects. So the biggest thing what the realtor can bring in value is their experience and the way they handle their situations when things aren't going well. How do they represent you? Are they cool, calm, and collected? Can they communicate effectively? That's how you get the most amount of money. You get to the closing table where everyone wants to go. Right now in real estate, it's the Wild West. It is so easy to get your real estate license. You have to take like a 30-hour class and then the state test, and then you're good to go. You get to help people make the biggest purchases of their lives. So kind of scary out there. We're dealing with yahoos. A lot of great agents too. We have good relationships over the years. A lot of people we do continued business with in all these areas: Genesee, Oakland, Macomb, just because they know, expectation-wise what they're going to get from us, and vice versa. We know what we're going to get from them. It always makes a deal go better. So that's always great to see. About us, we work out of Clarkston in downtown. We're top producers. I closed 70 deals last year for just under $15 million. So that puts us in the top 1% in the nation, which is awesome because I'm not selling huge pads out in California. I'm out here busting it. Average sale price is $240,000, but we help people up to $1 million. To my little properties, $20,000. That type of scale. So, but everyone gets the same treatment. That's our motto. Family business, trying to help families. We're honest, we're responsive. I answer numbers that I don't know on my phone. Imagine that. It's my job is to answer all these phone calls, so you don't have to deal with all the noise. So that's why I'm very responsive. Send me messages. I always get back to you, whether it's text, call, email. Featured listings. So when listing a house, you got to have good presentation. As you'll see out there, cell phone photos, that is the cheapest thing. In general, realtors are super cheap. They don't like to spend any money on photos if they don't have to. Anything outside, sending postcards, that's cutting into their profit. So that's not how we roll, because that's not how you sell a house. So my bread and butter, out for example here, this is a good one, a little ranch in Clarkston. Nothing special, it's vacant, but simple enough. So I do 3D tours. 3D tours give a buyer the total picture of what the property is, and it's fun, and it's interesting, it keeps them engaged. I get more clicks that way. So with this, they're only going to be at your house for about 15 minutes. They're going to go back and spend hours on this. I know that because I can track all the data, how much time they're spending on it, how many hits, all that good stuff. So I know where we're sitting in the marketplace. I've done enough of these at this point. I know activity-wise if we're good or bad, what we need to do to shake it up. Again, experience is the name of the game. So my favorite part of this, click this. You can walk through. It's like a video game going back and forth. So it cuts out on looky lures. If they pass the test here, they really know what they're getting themselves into, and they're excited to come see your property. We sell property sight unseen. We do a lot of relocation out of our office. That's one thing with having to do all this computer and screen grabs. That's why I'm successful with that, because I'm dealing with people that may not even see the house before they purchase it. So I'll even go 3D tours on my own and do a property if it's really past the test. It takes about 2 hours on your house to probably do a 3D tour to this magnitude, so nothing crazy. I do it for competing brokerages, other companies as well in Genesee, Oakland, Macomb, really anywhere around here. But again, realtors are super cheap. I just looked it up in Grand Blanc. There's 425 houses for sale approximately. There's 35 that have 3D tours, and no homes under $200,000 have one. So this is where I stand out. So that and good photography. I do all my own photography. This house is nothing cutesy fun to show, but bright rooms, using a wide angle lens, cleaning up everything, showing the blue sky, make it appealing, because you want thumb stoppers. If they're not interested in the first 7 or 8 photos, they're going to go on to the next one, and that's not what we want. We want them to come back to us. So, excuse me. That's a rundown on my marketing. Check out mihousetohome.com. You can see some of our featured listings. Nothing too exciting right now. Some of these are pending. I have to update it. And some of our past photos. We deal with all price ranges, all locations. That's just what we do. And I'm trying to think of anything else from here. Talking about your situation too. It's tricky selling a house and buying a house, especially if you need the funds from the house you have right now in order to purchase the next one. So everyone's biggest concern is I don't want to be homeless. What will happen here? What will happen there? What we had a lot of success doing this summer is having it, because yours would be a desirable property. It's cute. There should be multiple interest in it. You're kind of in the driver's seat at that point. You can list your house contingent upon you finding a house known to the listing agent within like 10 or 14 days. So what that would mean, you put it on the market, you get offers, we show it, we get one. It's going to be contingent upon us finding a house in 14 days from now. So if you don't find a house, we're going to go null and void unless they want to give us extended some more time. But at that point, we could start over again. Most of the time, if you do list it, we kind of have a property or two in interest, so the transition is usually pretty smooth. But let's say you don't find anything. We're not having that buyer spend any money on inspections or anything, because again, you're in the driver's seat. They're willing to wait, because when I did that area search, there's no other ranches around there. So if you want a ranch that's nice inside right now, you're going to wait for your house. So that could be the situation going future. There's, again, different ways to play it, but again, that's the biggest thing we've got this summer is, I'm afraid of being homeless. I know my house will sell quick, but I don't know if there's anything out there I want. So that's a way we can play it. Tons of other options too. Real estate is always changing. No deal is the same. No deal is easy. But that's just where we come in and try to guide you. So after this, let me know if you have any questions. Check out our social media too. I go on all platforms. I try to keep it fun, interesting, engaging material. I do a lot of video work too. Just depends on the house, what's required, what would look good. So give that a look. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll go from there.